Hello everyone, my name is Grazian and welcome to episode 2 of this tutorial series of Trials of Fire. So our first two episodes, episode 0 and 1, were very heavy on the tutorial, but from now on we'll be going more into just sort of gameplay, although I'll still sort of talk about things I'm doing. So let's just continue. I love how fast you can get back into the game. It's a beautiful, beautiful feature. So we completed some events, some fights, we got our resting out of the way, and we are ready to head off towards the objective, but we're going to, of course, zigzag to different points of interest on the way to get loot and experience. Now, we do have the shield. This would give block and taunt. Now, I don't really want that on him, but she could use this. Now, one problem here is we've got a lot of armor, so she's got a lot of bonus health in combat, but you can see her deck is getting pretty bogged down here. So there's, if I want any particular type of card, it's unlikely to get it now because there's a lot of cards. So that's one downside of putting a lot of equipment on. That's one reason why you might hone your equipment in the resting phase, is to take actions off of cards. So for instance, if I had them, if I wanted to, I could, I would need crafting materials, but I could take off a skill off of one of these. So say I liked that this gave me 2 armor, but I didn't want the Iron Taunt card, I could rest and remove the Iron Taunt card from this item, which would thin my deck out a little bit for her, which is a great feature. All right, so let's get back to, let's not rest here. Let's head over this way. Usually want to click, not all the way to your next point, because sometimes things will pop up along the way, like a mob might start coming towards you. You might need to change directions. All right, picking your way through the ruins of a remote inn, you find a locked cellar with some of its contents still salvageable. So we found a crude spear, we found food, and some coins. Go ahead and grab those. Go ahead and take a look. Now, this spear can be used by this character. Now, this would replace our ranged attack 3 and then kill them if they have 3 or less. I think that's a better skill at this point in the game when enemies have not very much health, because that's essentially 6 damage for 2 mana, whereas this is a great attack, melee attack 3 or range attack 2. Actually, that's a really good skill. I might think about putting that on her. Yeah, I think I'd rather have that than the sword, to be honest. The melee attack 2, then 2 for 2 is... it's just 2 swipes. It's just not fancy. But this has the versatility here. Melee attack 3 for 1 or range attack 2 for 1 are both pretty phenomenal skills. So we will we'll leave there, and we'll head on down this way. Head down here to this ruins. You come across the remains of an old castle atop a large hill. You're able to find a small cache of dried food in the main keep that will certainly help on the journey ahead. We have some food supplies. Perfect. I don't think I mentioned this yet, but you can also drag a food point onto an individual to heal them. I think it's 4 health. So if you've got one person that needs health, but you don't need to rest or something, then you can just heal one person with the food. After exploring for a short while, Shu, I forgot that I named them Shu, spots what appears to be an elementalist's tower as part of the main keep. Adjacent is a lookout tower that is slightly higher than the first tower. Attempt to jump from the lookout tower, so jump from the lookout tower to the next tower. There's a reward for sure, but a 50% chance that we take health damage and get an injury card. I don't want an injury card when we have 0 herbs available, so we're going to leave the contents of that tower alone. Now, we are tired, so I think I'll go ahead and rest up real quick, just because we do have plenty of food supplies, and there's no reason to go into battle with debuffs when I'm doing well on my food, so let's upgrade an item. Let's see here. Probably want to upgrade this spear. It would go to melee attack 4 or range attack 3. That's extremely strong for a single point. I think I'll do that. There we go. So now we've got a upgraded crude spear. And we rested. Shu got 2 more health. My cats are wrestling as usual because I'm recording, so they have to make a ton of noise. There's some ruins back there. I might actually head to those ruins just to knock out some more adventuring things. Let's stop here. Come across a buried crate marked with a tall, protruding rib bone. There is no clue as to who left it here in the Glasslands. We got crafting materials. This is fantastic, actually. Sort of one of each of the different types for our current equipment. That's awesome. Should be able to make use of that tonight when we camp. So you can see if you pay attention up here, my morale will be heading downward because I'm heading away from the quest. We also have some monsters coming after us. They haven't seen us yet. They probably will. Group of charred hunters are lying in wait for anyone foolish enough to enter the ruin. So let's do the fight. Now this is very dangerous because action economy is pretty important in this game. So them having 4 decks of cards means that they're going to have a lot of options. They're going to have a lot of cards to dump into their willpower pool to spend on attacks and defense and stuff. So really we want to try to kill somebody off if we can. Range attack 5. Advanced power shot for range attack 5. We don't need to move. So let's just dump that card. Go ahead and play that power. Get rid of that. Melee, range attack 3 is pretty good. So let's go to here. Range attack 3. Then what we want to do is headshot this one. It'll kill it because it'll die if it has 3 or less health. So we just need to get a couple of points. Headshot. There we go. 1 down on the first turn, and I will keep these cards in hand. I don't know how... Do they have access to range damage? No, they don't. They have very, very basic decks. Extremely basic decks of cards. Okay, so they're not very threatening. There were just more of them than us at first, which is dangerous. Alright, so what's this here? 3 to 6 damage. This is an inefficient card. I don't like to play this unless I really need to, because you could pay 3 mana, or 3 willpower rather, for 3 damage, and that sucks. We don't need to advance, so probably dump that card now. What else do we have? All range attacks deal +2 damage. Bit expensive to get that on our character at this time. Move 3, random range attack 4. So this character, we have to remember that she actually has 6 bonus health from her armor. So we can take a little bit of damage without it actually impacting her health. Definitely going to want to give her, like, discard these for defense and leave her here to sort of tank these guys. So we might focus on this one. I'd like to get his prepare skill off by damaging him enough. Let's see if we can get this shared soul on us here. Let's mind drain. Well, this one's got armor, so let's just mind drain the one that we can actually hurt. And then go ahead and play this again, because this is due to extra damage. Steal another card. Interesting. Every time you play a card that didn't start in your deck, gain 1 willpower. I think this just goes away at the end of the turn if we haven't used it. Our archer character. Ooh, they're surrounding her. They're gonna get a lot of combo strikes, so we gotta try to help her out here. She could take a lot of damage here. They still have a fair few cards to play. Yeah, she's gonna take some damage, I think. Oh, she's gonna take actual health damage. Gosh, they're really ganged up on her. Oh my god, another one? Gosh. Pull all enemies with range 3, then defend 3 per adjacent enemy. Here we go. Let's just do that. There we go. 9 defense. So range attack 3 or 5. Just gonna dump those and power shot that guy down to 1 health. Play prepare. I'll go 1 down. And we'll save that in hand, I think. So here's a situation where it would have been prudent for me to... See, they got their 9 block in that turn. That's kind of ridiculous. So this is an example of where it would have been prudent for me to actually have a ranged character close to her so that she couldn't get combo striked. Because again, if you're adjacent to more than one enemy, you can't get that combo strike on. Swipe. We don't want to swipe. Prepare. Every time you play a card that deals range damage, gain 1 willpower, but that's just for later. We don't really... Let's not use that yet. Advance. Defend 2 on all friendly characters. Might have to play that. Let's mind drain this guy, see if we can steal something interesting. Defend. Don't need that, so we're just going to dump it for power, for willpower. Arcane Hex. 2 magic damage on any enemy. But now it should be 3, yep, because it's upgraded. Got rid of that prepare skill. She drew a block. Great. Let's play the force field. I could swipe him twice, and that'll kill him because of this electricity. He shouldn't be able to deal enough damage here. Shouldn't be able to get enough willpower to hit. Yeah, it's impossible. He's just bashing against the armor here. Okay. So we've got running shot, improvised attack. Well, that's only 1 damage now, so let's not use that. That's kind of bad. We've got the mind drain attacks again, which are pretty good. Also steal a card. Get rid of that. Actually, we want to play that because playing it and discarding it give me the same thing. I get +1 willpower for playing a card that didn't start in my deck because of this power, Shared Soul. So if I discard it, I get a willpower, but if I play it, I get the 2 defend and the 1 willpower. So there's no reason not to just play it. I guess if you discard it, you can move with the point instead. So I guess that's the one situation. Here we go. We took a lot of damage on her, so we're going to need to heal her before the next fight. We get a level up. We got Padded Rags. Looks like this should be an upgrade for somebody. Your combo strike deals +2 damage if you're not adjacent to any friendly characters. We may or may not put that on. And we have an upgrade. Now she's got a lot of these terrible swipe cards in her deck. Let's see if we can get something good. When you are defended by another character, this hero gains +1 to all attack damage for as long as this power is active. That does happen sometimes. Move 3 and inflict weakened on enemies, so they deal less damage. That's pretty good. Melee attack 2, defend 2. I do like that. And intimidate. Inflict weaken 2 on all enemies within 2 spaces. Inflict +1 stack for every weakness card in hand. I think I'll go with this measured blow. Get rid of a swipe. We are sheltered here. Let's just drag a food onto her. There we go, 4 health. Go up to the settlement here. As you enter a small human settlement, you see a cloaked figure running towards you. It looks suspiciously like the figure has just carried out a robbery, but then again, he or she might be the victim fleeing from an attacker. We can use Framus to grab her and hold her firmly, ignore and go to the shop, or block the girl's path. Let's have Framus do it. I like when there's a particular character option. Framus grabs the girl by the arm and holds onto her firmly. In her right hand, she is clasping a large jewel. Do we want to be good guys or bad guys? If we take the jewel, probably lose standing and not be able to shop here. If we demand that she returns it, we'll probably get something from the shop or the town as a reward. If we let her go, we don't get involved and there's no risk. Let's demand that she returns it. Realizing she can't maneuver out of this predicament, she hands over the jewel, but begs you not to turn her over to the guards, because she is certain to lose her hand as a punishment. You take pity on her, release her, and travel to the sanctuary in the town. Sanctuary's Magister thanks you for returning the jewel and asks if there's anything you'd like to take in payment. When a worshipper dies with no living relatives, their belongings end up here. So a worshipper died holding a burned fetish and a ruined helm. Damn. Sure, we'll take that stuff. We can't shop now, unfortunately. Okay. But we did get some stuff. Why can't we shop? I don't know. So padded rags. This gives the prepare skill, but this has more armor on it. Ruined helm, and then we've got this fetish, which lets you summon a husk. I'll put that on our witch. And then you can have this really cool helmet. It'll replace your rage skill, but this has armor 3 on it, so we get 2 more points of health in combat. Melee resistance, range resistance, aggression, and impenetrable wall. Whenever you gain defense this turn, gain the same amount again. Draw a card. Interesting. Yeah, so then we'll probably sell these. Yeah. Ooh, her deck is big. All right, let's head off down this way, and then we'll shelter up here, and we'll see if we want to upgrade anything. We can upgrade this fetish. That would make the husk have 1 more attack and 1 more health. Costs 2 bones. Yeah, why not? It's fun. Alright, so we got 2 health on this character for resting. We got our stamina back up. We are maybe looking to find some more food soon. These guys are just doing their own thing off in the wasteland. The undulating what? Why are they undulating? The plains have become craggier with several low ridges ahead. Ascending the final ridge, you see a series of fiery fissures and craters spewing volcanic fire and sending burning black rocks into the air. Explore the dangerous-looking fissures, absolutely. Goober is the fastest, so volunteered for the risky task. He scrambles to what he thinks is a safe distance, but is sorely mistaken and gets struck by a shower of molten liquid. 2 damage, that's not so bad. Let's head over here, see what this thing is. Judging by the broken slate headstones scattered around, it looks like you're in the remains of a human graveyard. Start digging up the graves. Well, yes. You take turns to handle digging duties. Goober is the one to finally uncover the surface of the wooden coffin. And he took 3 damage for some reason? Shit, dang it. Oh, gosh. I'm going to risk it. You come across a clump of rocks with some hardened, spiny vines jutting from the ground. A single decomposing ratling can be seen trapped amongst the sharp vines, and a small pack lies nearby. Try to free the body from the strange vines. Well, there's only a 33% chance, right? Shu tugs on the vines, and after some initial resistance, one of the thicker tendrils suddenly bursts in a shower of red-hot ashes. He manages to pull away quickly to avoid the burning debris. You go about looting the freed ratling's corpse along with their nearby pack. Ooh. Oh, spiked mace. Okay, take all. Sweet. We really need to find a place to rest. Rest out here, we only get +1 health per each character, and we only get 15% of our stamina back, because it sucks here. We're exposed. Wonder how bad it is to rest on this stuff. Oh, we can't rest on that. Oh, we have to go through here. This is the molten glass. We can't, like, walk over it. Oh, there's a settlement. Oh, thank God. Let's head towards that. Let's check our equipment real quick in case we get into a fight. Nothing really here. We've got a mace, but we'd have to replace our upgraded thingy, so let's not do that. We can actually give it to this character. It's a bunch of melee attacks, but I don't really want to get close with him. He's sort of designed to stay far away. We have a book, Magic Attack 3, Necrotic Spear, ooh, Life Siphon, deal 3 unblockable magic damage to all enemy targets in the indicated area. Draw a card for each target hit. Sure, this will increase our quality, so we have more rerolls anyway now, which I haven't been using much of. So we've got 4 quality, 1 quality, 1 quality. So Shu can do lots of rerolls, but has low health. And then these two have, he's got great range, but not super good in either quality, and she's got low quality for rerolls, but high armor. So she basically has 8 free health every fight, which is fantastic. So let's get back to the map. Let's head to this settlement. The village is populated by humans with a few hybrid working in nearby rock face. There is a small marketplace nearby where you are able to trade. Acid. We also have... Okay, so let's sell off this stuff. I'm going to buy the food. We have enough for these items if we want. We have no metal. We have 1 leather. And we have this flask. I'm going to buy the flask. And then we're good here. You can also sell your materials if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. And then we're going to rest here. And we will take this time to upgrade an item. So what do we want to upgrade? We have better ingredients. Now these are purple, so they take like the next thing up. But we can still upgrade like Force Staff. Would give us a better Force Strike and Force Field. And I don't really like Force Strike. I could even hone that off of it. Move 3, random attack 2. Move 3, random attack 3 for 1. It's not bad. Shield would go up to 6 and pull... Ooh, yeah, that's a good upgrade. Those are great for her for staying alive in the front. So let's have her upgrade her spiked shield so we get better block and iron taunt on it. There we go. So let's take a look at our stamina. We're looking pretty good. Let's break camp. Let's get in here and give you this acid flask. So you can throw acid on people. It does 1 damage, but then it means that whenever they take damage from now on, they're going to take extra damage. But the acid, of course, goes away. But if we start with that, we can sort of combo it, combo a lot of extra damage. Now we got to figure out how to get through this this desert here. I hope I can walk over that. Yes, I can. Whoa. There's a... Am I supposed to go in there? Oh, yeah, I am. Well, that's cool. You approach 2 gigantic rocks. One is upright, and the other has toppled over, covered in scorch marks. A young, slightly bumbling human emerges from the crevice, begins to speak. Pick through the remains of the tower, offer to help the woman. Let's do this. We can get followers. Followers are cool. She tells you that you could help her by allowing her to join your group. She tells you she has learned many incantations from her master. Sure. So we now have... I always get the same character every time I play this. I don't understand. This is Sandra. Honing items does not cost any material. So if you want to rest and remove a skill from an item, you don't have to pay materials to do it anymore. So it's not useless. There are so many more exciting ones than this. It's fine. Maybe we rest real quick while we're here. We might not get a chance again while we're down in here. And we do have a little bit of health we can do. So let's hone. Since it no longer costs anything, let's hone the Force Strike off, because we don't want him to be close anyway, and so I often just end up discarding this card. So let's rest. There we go. So we've got really high freshness. Where's the entrance? Let's go to this spot real quick. Oh my god, look how big this underworld is. You enter a large cave. The roof is completely exposed to the air, despite the fact you're 50 or so feet underground. 4 smaller tunnels branch off from the central chamber. 2 are blocked by collapsed earth. Explore the tunnel with a pentagram symbol. Explore the tunnel with a pickaxe symbol. Well, I'd rather not take an injury. I absolutely hate injury cards, so let's do this one. You find an old leather-bound book inside. From the markings on the spine, it looks like a magical tome. Take... All right, what do we got? This is an Ether Tome. Gives shape elements. Create a card that deals magic damage from a choice of 3. Shrapnel Blast. Magic attack that deals unblockable damage equal to half the target's defense to all characters within 1 space of the target. Oh, okay. To sort of explode their armor. But this is a better book, I think. It's got some fun stuff in it. Though they're both... Actually, these are kind of close range... 2 of these are kind of close range magic attacks. They are good, though. I wonder... I'm gonna leave this one on for now. And we'll hold on to this book. We'll hold on to that book for a minute. Okay. So let's head over to our quest so we don't lose our determination. Rough. Resting here will restore a moderate amount of stamina. Okay. Alright, so we're going into what is probably a boss fight. So let's end this episode here. Let's go ahead and see what it is. Come across what must be the ruin that Naya described in her writings. Framis notices a huge spined creature moving through the rubble. You approach cautiously, hoping to avoid confrontation with the massive beast. You quickly lose sight of the creature within the rubble, and you get the feeling you'll become the prey. Without warning, the huge spikeback drops down from above, trying to pin Goober to the ground with a razor-sharp leg. Fight. Not Goober. Ooh, look at this, like, molten glass stuff. This is cool. God, that thing is huge. All range attacks deal +1 damage, so we gotta get in close. Oh, God, it's hideous. Okay, so let's end this episode here. So I want to thank everybody so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this sort of tutorial series of Trials of Fire. Really, really great game. So please check it out for yourself. Like and subscribe to the video if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next episode for the boss fight.